Hi y'all, welcome back to another video here at Kingdom Confirmations. I first want to start off by apologizing to everybody for taking forever to get out any content. I have been extremely busy for the past few weeks, and that is not an excuse. But when I come up here to release these words, I want to make sure that I am prepared and in the right headspace. So please forgive me. I will definitely be doing better in the future. So, as always, I want to jump into the word, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I want to make this as quick as possible. But today's word is, what are your expectations of God? So this word is based on a dream actually that God gave me about 3 weeks ago. And in the dream, the question was posed, what did John ask Jesus? And this question that John had for Jesus is based on Luke chapter 7, verses 18 through 19. So I would suggest reading that, even reading the full book of Luke and John. So back to this question. John the Baptist didn't actually ask God directly this question. He actually sent two disciples to ask Jesus this question. And the question was, are you who we should be expecting, or should we wait for someone else? And so initially when I read this word, I thought that this was a question more or less of like doubt. Like maybe John was doubting who Jesus was. But the Lord had to sit me down and really explain to me that no, it's not a question about doubt. Really, it was a question of expectation, because John the Baptist was really expecting Jesus to show up in a different way than what he did when he started his ministry. So the two disciples reported back to John the Baptist, because at this time he was imprisoned, and they let him know essentially that yes, this is who we are to expect. And so again, the question is, what is your expectation of God? And the Lord really put this on my heart because he wanted me to answer these questions for myself, but he also wanted me to share them with you all. It was very enlightening. It is very enlightening. It took a lot of prayer because through this process of answering these questions, a lot was revealed to myself about myself. And I hope that that was the purpose. And I hope that this works for you as well. So there's 4 questions that I want you to just really sit and reflect on in your downtime. So number 1, what are your expectations of God? Why do you have these expectations? And what happens when these expectations are not met? How do you respond? How do you react to that? That's kind of like a loaded question, but I want you to reflect on that. And then the last question is, why are these questions important? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So why are these questions important? For one, it's okay to have expectation of God. That's what relationship is. Any type of relationship dynamic has a level of expectation by each party. So asking that question is not the problem. What we want to reflect on is, am I meeting God's expectations? I have all these expectations of him, but am I meeting the expectations that he has of me? Am I holding up my end of the bargain? And how do I expect God to respond when I'm not meeting his expectations? How do I respond when he's not meeting mine, right? It's important to think about these things because we can't hold God to a standard that we're not even holding ourselves to. That's not fair, right? So again, it's not judgment. It's the hope is that we build this sense of awareness that we have about how we're showing up in relationship with God. God is consistent. He has a clean track record of, just being who he is and showing up in a way for us that, we don't really deserve. So it's okay for us to have expectation of him based on that track record, based on who he has been to us, historically, but we also must be consistent in the things that he expects of us. And if we're not doing that, how can we hold him to a standard that we're not holding ourselves to? So again, in your downtime, please ask yourself these questions. If you all want me to expound on the word that he gave me, we can do like a little mini Bible study. If you all want to, just put that in the comment section, or feel free to reach out to me directly. We can do it that way. But yeah, I hope this is a blessing to you all. Sit with this, reflect on it, and until next time, God bless you. Bye.